Joseph Tsai is a visionary businessman who co-founded Alibaba Group and reshaped the landscape of e-commerce, and his net worth is now known to be $7.7 billion. From humble beginnings to becoming a global titan, this is the inspiring story of a man who turned dreams into reality and left an indelible mark on the business world. We at Business Chronicles tell the stories of extraordinarily successful people. Please subscribe to our channel to help us in making more videos. Joseph Joe Tsai was born in January 1964 in Taipei, Taiwan. His father, Paul Tsai, was a lawyer and was his paternal grandfather. Together with his wife, Ruby Tsai, Paul had 4 children: Joseph, Eva, Vivian, and Benjamin. Joe Tsai grew up in Taipei. When he was 13 years old, his parents sent him to Lawrenceville School, an elite boarding school in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Joe arrived in the United States not knowing a single word of English. However, by the end of his high school education, he was fluent in the language and spoke without an accent. He played several sports while he was in high school, including lacrosse and football. After high school, Joe applied to Yale College and was accepted. He studied economics and East Asian studies at the institution. He also played on the school's lacrosse team. He graduated from Yale in 1986 and then applied to join Yale Law School. He gained admission and in 1990 earned his JD. During his time at Yale Law, Joe served as an editor of the Yale Law and Policy Review. After law school, Joe Tsai joined Sullivan & Cromwell LLP as a tax attorney. In 1991, he was admitted to the New York Bar. Tsai practiced law with Sullivan & Cromwell for 3 years before switching to private equity. He wanted to move from advising transactions to actually making them. In 1993, Tsai found work with Rose Cliff Inc., a management buyout firm in New York. He worked there for some time before joining Investor AB in 1995. Investor AB was a Swedish investment company affiliated with the Wallenberg family. Tsai joined Investor AB to lead its Asian private equity investments, so he had to move to Hong Kong. It was while at this firm that he met Jack Ma. In 1999, Tsai's friend urged him to meet with a young entrepreneur named Jack Ma who had a big idea. He agreed and took a business trip to Hangzhou, China to meet Ma. At the time, Ma was working from his apartment with a team of over a dozen people, many of them his former English students. He was setting up Alibaba, an internet marketplace to match importers with exporters. It was a crazy idea, but Ma had a grand vision for it and was very charismatic. Tsai was so impressed by the idea, the charisma of Ma and the team behind him, that he wanted to join the team. Invest AB passed on investing in Alibaba, but Tsai took a chance with it, leaving his salary of $700,000 annually as a private equity investor to earn $600 a year with Alibaba. At Alibaba, Tsai was the only one of the co-founders who had a Western education or experience in finance or law. He took up the role of CFO and joined the company's board. Alibaba at the time was not even incorporated. Tsai took responsibility for the company's legal and financial structures. He was instrumental in turning the startup into a real company, managing finances, raising capital from investors, and spearheading mergers and acquisitions. In October 1999, Tsai helped Ma and Alibaba raise $5 million from a group of investors. That year, Alibaba launched a Chinese wholesale marketplace known as 1688.com. In 2000, Alibaba raised $20 million from a group of investors including SoftBank. That same year, the company held the first gathering of internet businesses and their leaders. A year later, Alibaba passed 1 million registered users. In May 2002, Alibaba unveiled Taobao, its online shopping platform. In 2004, Tsai led Alibaba to raise $82 million in funding from several investors. This was at the time the largest private equity investment in China's internet sector. In 2007, Tsai strengthened Alibaba's payments infrastructure by overseeing the launch and implementation of AliMama. AliMama was Alibaba's monetization platform. In 2008, Alibaba launched Taobao Mall, Tmall, a commerce platform for third-party sellers. In 2010, Alibaba launched Alibaba Cloud. By 2010, Alibaba had grown into a large global company. As CFO, Tsai focused his efforts on solidifying the company structures while turning Ma's vision into a reality. How it worked was that Ma came up with the big ideas and Tsai executed them from the ground up. Tsai succeeded by creating a productive environment. He hired the best talent he could find and provided them with the resources they needed to excel in their roles. In 2010, Alibaba launched Juhuasuan, a platform for flash sales, and AliExpress, a global consumer marketplace. In 2011, Alibaba spun off Tmall into its own entity and established Alibaba Foundation to invest in social causes. In 2013, Alibaba relocated to a campus in Yuhang District in Hangzhou. That year, Tsai left his CFO role and became the company's new executive vice chairman. In 2014, Tsai led Alibaba's IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. The IPO raised $25 billion for the company, making it the biggest IPO at the time. For the remainder of the 2010s, Tsai oversaw Alibaba's endeavors, including the launch of new business segments like Fresh Hippo, a retail chain, in 2016, and Taobao Deals, an e-commerce app for factory direct deals, in 2020. He also played a role in acquisitions. These include the acquisition of Lazada, a Southeast Asian e-commerce platform, in 2016, and Daraz Group, an Asian e-commerce company, in 2018. Today, Alibaba matches importers and exporters from over 190 countries. It has hundreds of millions of products in over 40 categories. In 2021, the gross merchandise value in the Alibaba ecosystem reached $1.2 trillion. Its revenue that year was $109.48 billion. As of December 2022, Tsai had the second largest individual stake in Alibaba after Ma. Forbes put his worth at $8.3 billion. As an astute sports fan, Tsai had broad interests in the sports industry. In 2017, he bought 49% of the Brooklyn Nets, an NBA team, from Mikhail Prokhorov, a Russian billionaire. The deal valued the franchise at $2.3 billion. 2 years later, he bought the remaining 51% from Prokhorov together with the team's arena, the Barclays Center. In January 2019, Tsai led a team of investors to buy the WNBA's New York Liberty. They bought it from the Madison Square Garden Company. Furthermore, Tsai owns the San Diego Seals, a team in the National Lacrosse League (NLL). He also co-owns another NLL team, the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Beyond the NLL, Tsai invested in the Premier Lacrosse League in 2019, helping start a new lacrosse league. In football, Tsai was part of a team that tried to purchase the Carolina Panthers in March 2018, but was unsuccessful. In soccer, Tsai is a co-investor in Los Angeles FC. In December 2019, Tsai invested $10 million in G2 Esports, one of the most renowned esports organizations. He has also invested in sports media companies in the United States and Asia. Tsai founded the Asian American Foundation (TAAF) in 2021 to support Asian American and Pacific Islander communities dealing with discrimination. He also serves on the Lawrenceville Board of Trustees. Tsai is a principal of the Joe and Clara Tsai Foundation. The foundation supports causes in education, economic mobility, criminal justice reform, and humanitarian relief. In March 2016, Tsai gave $30 million to Yale Law School to launch the Paul Tsai China Center. In May 2017, they made additional donations to Yale to construct the Tsai Center for Innovative Thinking. In March 2020, Tsai gave a sizable donation to his former high school, Lawrenceville. In the art space, Tsai has donated $50 million to the New York Philharmonic and the Lincoln Center. He made these donations in August 2020. That same month, Tsai donated $50 million to support economic mobility and social justice efforts for BIPOC. In 2021, Tsai committed $220 million to fund health research at universities such as Stanford University, the University of Oregon, and the University of Kansas. Additional support would go to Boston Children's Hospital. Joseph Tsai earned his way up to a successful businessman. Through his co-founding of Alibaba Group, he revolutionized e-commerce and reshaped the tech industry. A man like Joseph Tsai inspires us to dream big and create lasting. Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this.